Let's first open up the Essential Sound panel, and you can find this in the Window menu. And then Essential Sound Now from the Essential Sound panel. Instead of selecting SFX, I'm going for Dialogue now. And this is meant for dialogue clips only, but I can find some interesting option here as well, like for instance noise reduction or an equalizer. So the Essential Sound panel is to apply audio presets, but play around with these to get some desired outcomes next. We have the Effect panel, and just like with video effects, we can find a lot of audio effects here as well. Now the ones I recommend using are the denoiser effect. And this clears the noise in the background, but don't overdo this, because then it will sound very cheap and artificial. Now for most background noises, it does a great job though. And next is the parametric equalizer. You don't have to tweak too much about this. Just drag the left keyframe here to around 120 or 130, and set the decibels to around 20. The parametric equalizer equalizes or polishes your voice. Next up is the mastering effect. This mastering effect mixes the volumes of your clip. Go to the presets and select Settle Clarity. Make sure that you enable low shelf and high shelf. Here I remove the reverb, but it automatically adds. Then we have the multi-band compressor. Now what I usually do is set the preset to kill the harshness and add 2 decibels here. The multi-band compressor compresses the voice and enhances it a bit. The final effect is the hard limiter. We'll always want to put this to limit to -3 decibels. Now this will cause the audio to not peak above -3 decibels, so the volume that is too loud will be softened next. We have the audio track mixer. The difference between this one and the audio effects or the Essential Sound panel is that these effects will apply to the entire track, so all the clips on it instead of just a single clip. Now once again, if you can't see this panel, then go to Window and select it from there. Now at first glance, it doesn't seem that we can do a lot here to add effects. You need to click on the arrow in the upper left corner, and now we can add effects. But first, let me tell you how this works. Each of these columns is a track, so the first column represents track number 1, the second one, track number 2, and so on. The final track is the master track. And what I usually add here are 3 effects for the voice track and 1 effect on the master track. So let's start with the mastering effect, which we will place on the master track, of course. Just like before, we set the preset to subtle clarity and remove the reverb now. For the effects on track number 1, I'm starting with a multi-band compressor just like before, and we'll set it to kill the harshness in 2 decibels. Then we place the graphic equalizer 30 bands effect, and set the preset to gentle low boost. This graphic equalizer boosts or cuts specific frequencies, and the 30 band stands for 1/3 of an octave intervals, as a space between the frequencies, and finally a hard limiter with a limit to -3 decibels. Well, it's basically lowering your background audio whenever someone is talking, so that the music doesn't interrupt the audio of someone talking now. Most of the times we do this by manually placing keyframes in the music track.